I'll be being a very terrible sister or sibling to my brother if I don't talk about some of these negative things that have been going on about him.
Anybody who is going to sign up to be on BBNAIJA should just be ready for drugs. If I follow a politician, you go call on prostitution, who don't like better thing? Tiwa Savage song has been in my mouth all day. What is this? My name is Omi Odeke, and this is Talk to Your Homie TV, my darling. Here, I love to give very sweet and juicy gist. And today, we're talking BBNAIJA lockdown. Let me tell you something about BBNAIJA. What makes somebody win this year is not what will make you win next year. Tigobe was a phase whole worry, pigeon, all that thing, yeah. And then double wahala now came, and Miracle just me puta. Because Miracle literally me puta. You get me? Personality was dope, everything, and he won. And then Mercy's own time, Mercy won. She was a gangster lover who will show you that I'm real, I love you, alright. You get me? But this particular set, lockdown, I don't think love is the answer here. I don't think so. I think everybody who's been in any love triangle have either regretted it, gotten all the strikes, because I feel like all the couples already have strikes. It's crazy. But today, OZO'S sister has come to explain to us why Ozo might be doing the things that he's doing, why Ozo is literally falling hard for Nengi, and it feels like he has lost himself. She did a video addressing the matter, so you and I will watch the video together, and I will be reacting to the video. I'll be very honest. If I feel her, I'll say I feel her. If I don't, I'm gonna say I don't. So let's wait and watch the video together. Oh, now play Joe. I need to change my phone. This is a techno phone, but it's dead. Like, dead. I need a new phone in my life. Okay, let's watch.
Hello everyone, I'm NENGI, OZO'S elder sister. So I would have loved to not take up the whole day or part of your day today to talk about things concerning my brother, but I feel like I would have probably been a very terrible sister or sibling to my brother if I don't talk about some of these negative things that have been going on about him, especially today and somehow throughout this week. So first of all, we're all human. We all have our weaknesses, our strengths. We all have certain things about us that make us stand out to people, good, bad. And in some cases, things that are not necessarily bad, but maybe for some reason people don't like the fact that we are that way. And in this case, I know we all know what I'm talking about with my brother. Now, I want to remind people that we on the outside, we're living in the real world. The Big Brother house, for everything that it is, and it's good, it's a great platform. It's honestly something that we're very grateful that he got into, because it's been a platform for many young people trying to start up their lives and kick off their careers. But it has a disadvantage that sometimes we don't really acknowledge, and that's the fact that it's an alternate universe that is played out in front of the camera for people in the real world to see. So most of the time we find ourselves judging these people in that house with the same yardstick that we judge people in the real world. Now, one thing that the real world has that's out there, that in there they don't have, because I mean they look like they are in a more advantageous position, because you know it's a fancy house, it's nice, they always have lights, there's always food, but they don't have their social support system. The human being is created to love the fact that we are not alone. We have sisters, brothers, friends, all of that. We have people who surround us that make those things about ourselves that are not necessarily the best or not necessarily the strongest things, or the things that make us vulnerable. Those things are the reasons we have a control or a hold over them, where normally maybe instead of this thing to be showing in that exposed form as it's showing, we would call our uncle or sister or friend or something, and then we talk to these people, and these are people who genuinely love us, not people we just met like weeks ago and all of that inside the house and have formed friendships with, that are also equally as important. But these are people who have known us from the beginning of when we're growing and knowing what we are, who we are, learning to love us for who we are through and through. These things sometimes are taken for granted. These people in that house, every single one of them, they don't have that. Now, some of them are lucky enough to at least still be able to, not really show these weaknesses, and maybe every aspect of their life somehow happens to play out in the exact amount that people on the outside don't really see it as being problematic. But once in a while, you find other people who somehow this house has brought that raw, unexposed side of them out so much that the people on the outside are now like, what is wrong with this person and all of that. And in this life, we all want to be judged mostly for our strengths and not our weakness, because guess what? We all have them. There's not a single one of us that if I were to turn the camera to all our lives on a daily basis, we wouldn't be dragged for something or the other. And most importantly, if we're in the same position that they all are in now, where we don't have the people that we normally turn to help us through certain difficult things and all of that to talk to, they don't even have a clock, or there's no way to know. I mean, 24 hours will feel like 24 hours when you know the time. But you would never really know how different 24 hours will feel when you just have to guess what time of the day it is and what day of the week it is and all of that. It's honestly not easy, and taking that for granted is one of the reasons we find it hard to understand how these people sometimes go in there, and it seems like you're like, I mean, you should know this, you should be like this, you should live your life like this. Most of the time we're saying that and we're doing that lying next to our husbands, our sisters, our mothers, our friends, and all of that. People who honestly are the people who give us that strength to break through some of the most difficult things and emotions, and how capable and how strong we are. My brother grew up with 3 sisters and a mother, so he's always learned compassion, care, concern, and compassion. These are the 3 strongest emotions that drive him, and sometimes can be seen as a weakness for him. But he's used to sharing all of that among his sisters, his mom, his friends. And the number of people he has bonded with in that house are very small, and so somehow he has to dissipate that amount of care, concern, and attention among a small number of people. It would not be the same thing. So it's honestly mind-boggling that people are twisting that into this negative, ugly thing. People calling him creep, pest. Some people saying get a restraining order. Somebody even went as far as tagging that he should have been aborted. Truly some of the meanest things over something that is seen as being so terrible that globally, I mean, is not honestly the worst thing a person could possibly do to someone. This is somebody who time and time again has delivered on presentations, versatility, team spirit, showing that he cares and genuinely can work with anyone to produce the best possible thing he can produce for anybody who he's working for under his employ. And this time and time again delivered winning games, his knowledge of the things that he knows, his trivia of sports, all of that, always constantly delivering back to back to back. And then one thing is perceived as being out of place, and we wipe all the good things he has done, wipe it all off, and term him to be this horrible person. This video is honestly longer than I would want it to be, but I don't think it's possible for me to get along that message that I want to get along to everyone, to try to remind that we are all human. We are all flawed. We are all with our strengths, with our weaknesses. But we have the good fortune of not being filmed and photographed for the world to see, and being around all elements of our social support. So please, along with the hate, we've definitely seen all the love, and we're very grateful to all the people who have stood by him through all of this, loving him and all of that. Now, no one is forcing you to like him. Hell, this video will probably still get bashed because not everybody is a preacher of love. You don't have to love, but you have to honestly ask yourself this question. What would you really do things that completely different if you were in that same position? Would you honestly be so certain that not even one single thing about you is going to rub people off the wrong way? And truly, does the crime really fit the punishment that he's getting? Is it really a crime that, what you see, what you don't like about this guy? Does it really warrant him being called some of the ugliest things possible to call a person? If you can answer all of that, and honestly you still want to drag and throw slander and throw hate, that's fine.
Nobody will be okay to see their family members being insulted online. There's a world, the social media world, the putting yourself in people's faces comes with a lot of things. Do you understand? And we need to address this. anybody who is going to sign up to be on BBNAIJA should just be ready for drags. Do you understand? It's like pari passu. It comes hand in hand. It's like you're opening your whole life to the world to see. I respect her for this, but how long will she keep doing this? You get me? You're opening the world, your life for the world to see. You cannot control the thoughts of the next person. People diss me. I have never come to call anybody crazy man. I will just explain how I feel about a situation, but people diss me. Sometimes I will go and say, but what did I say there that made this person do? But it's because I've opened myself for people to diss, to love, to appreciate. So I think that we should just focus on the love and leave all that thing. BBNAIJA, you're opening yourself up to the world. It comes with its success, comes with its own troubles, fame rather, comes with its own trouble, yeah. And about also, yeah, see, let me just add again that nobody is downplaying. We know he's smart. Also, he's such a smart. We know he's a smart person, yeah. But BBNAIJA, if you ask me, I feel that it is a platform that exposes you to like what you need to work on. That's what I say too. I feel like if I even go, there might be something in me that I might not know that is a problem. Do you get me? But when I come out, I'm like, oh, that's a problem. You get me? And I can work on it. I feel like that's how we should start looking at it. Look at it like, okay, this is what I need to work on for my life. Do you understand? To get better and saying, yeah. And the sister was she's hurting. It's her brother. She's pain. Everything. Get me? I mean, people are guys. Can we just calm down with this thing and insulting? It kind of feels like it's a normal thing for social media, for the online world, but they're human beings too. Because we diss me too. We're human beings too, yeah. But I feel her. I really feel her. I just hope that Ozo will leave the house and understand that when a lady is pushing you away, you should go away. That's it. That's all we just want him to just know. And I think people that might be dissing him are people who are frustrated, people who began the show liking him. They began the show really liking him, but right now they don't understand it, so they are just frustrated with how he's acting. All I'm just saying is, when somebody pushes, and girls and guys, all of us, when they are pushing you away, go. Don't want to stay there and put your head there and do. The person is saying leave. You gotta leave. So I just hope that when he leaves the house, he would see that point. You get me? And work on it and understand that, he has to be. You get me? It has to be, what's that word? Reciprocal. You get me? But that's what I see. That's all I have to say about this matter. I want to hear your opinion, though. Do you agree with the sister? Do you not agree with her? Let me just hear what you have to say about this whole matter, my darling. One more thing, guys. Me and my very beautiful partner, Stephanie Ibrahim, we're organizing a bootcamp for anybody who wants to enter into the entrepreneurship world, into the business world, but you don't know how to go about it. You have no clue. We're going to be training you for 3 weeks. To be 3 weeks intensive training. The courses you'll be learning are branding, social media communication, sales and marketing. I love that part because, I did sales for like 3 years of my life. I understand everything about sales, the bad, the good, the ugly, but I know how to cross from bad, the good, the ugly to perfection, success and things. So we'll teach you sales and marketing. We'll teach you graphic design. We'll teach you how to have an entrepreneurial mindset. It's a whole mindset. If you don't have it, you don't have it. We'll be teaching you that, and it is just 10,000 naira. The reason I said just is because imagine after 3 weeks, your idea that used to be in your head for how many years, you will move it from idea level to opening it as a business, to beginning your business, to working. It's not even, 10K cannot be compared to the value of knowledge and the value of your business coming to life. You cannot really compare it. That's one. Then two, honey, invest in your life, invest in your business. Now more than ever, after this whole COVID-19 thing, the whole world stopped because of COVID-19. Do you get me? People lost their jobs because of COVID-19. This is the time to learn everything you need to learn about how can you just sell your product. That idea in your head, bring it out. So yeah, it is just 10,000 naira to register, my darling. Please go to kickstart.bzideas.com to register. It begins on the 17th of October to the 1st of November, and honey, Honey, I want only serious minded people because I'll be giving you assignments. Do you understand? After every lecture, you have to go and do something and bring it back. Then we can work on it. We'll be doing reviews. You will have a good time, I promise you. But that's all, my darling. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.